Aloha all. Well, it's a good day. It's dim back there. It's raining again. Oh boy, it hasn't rained for a long time. This is really good. And it's been a big day in the nursery. Folks who originally transplanted from Chicago have come here and they were shopping. YouTube viewers, they live over towards Na'alehu. They're in the South Point area. So I've been busy. I've been getting wet. My shoulders are damp. But the reason I set the camera today is, those of you who watch the channel, you know that the last video was unusual. It was all about pets. Green garden guy, I guess I get pets too, so. But there was an occurrence. Yes. The whole thing on the last video was really very difficult for me. I don't handle that kind of, emotion very well, and so I was, I had to do a lot of editing because I was breaking down. But anyhow, so it was not the easiest video for me to do, really. But last night I was sitting in there at the table and I'm editing away, and trying to decide how I'm going to make that thing work. And Owen comes to me and she says, "Bill, I called the cat and I think I hear a meow, but it's not coming." And it was after dark. Gracie usually shows up, hour after dark or so, and come to the door and come on in. She usually always sleeps all night long, so she comes in to go to sleep. But she wasn't coming. It had been a couple of times in the past where the cat was kind of resistant because she was having a good time, or every once in a while she'll go out somewhere when it's raining and get trapped and fall asleep in some place, and not want to come back. But she really never leaves the 2 acres of the property. This is really her domain. She stays right here. And so getting her to come in by calling her is usually pretty easy, and for whatever reason that I don't understand, that she's the only cat that always comes when she's called. Strange, isn't it? Well, she didn't come, so Ellen's worried. So I came out, I listened, but I didn't hear any meows at the time. And so I just told Ellen, "Oh, she's strong. She's a wildcat. She'll take care of herself. She'll be fine. She'll come back around." I said, "I'm going to be editing by the door. If I see her, I'll let her in." So Ellen went back in, but she was still pretty worried. And so I'm working away in there, and I got my headphones on and listening to the soundtrack, and all of a sudden I hear all this noise. And I go, "Wow, whoa." So I'm thinking maybe, is that Gracie? Has she come home? And is she playing with toys? I got the phones on, I can't quite tell. So I pull the phones off and I go walking around looking for her. No, nowhere around. She's right here right now, as usual. Check it out, my video. But so I went to Ellen. I said, "Ellen, there was a tremendous noise. What was it?" She says, "Well, I thought it was you." Oh. She says, "I think it was back by the garbage cans." And so I start getting a little concerned, and I'm thinking, well, could be she got tangled up with some other cat or something, and there's a fight out there, That makes a lot of noise. So I got the flashlight, and I start walking. And I'm walking in her usual haunts, and I'm calling and walking and calling, and nothing's happening, and I've covered most of 2 acres in the areas where the cat usually frequents. Well, then I even went so far as to go out by the road, and, I was afraid maybe she got run over. She doesn't go on the road, but you never know. She could do it. Well, no, that wasn't it either. So now I'm really kind of getting worried, because if you heard yesterday's video, you understand that I was already kind of emotional about past pets, and the last thing I wanted was my current animal here to, go away on me. And so I'm a bit scared. Well, I get back here towards the south of the house, and there's Ellen, and Ellen's out calling the cat. She's looking too, so. And we're hearing a meow. I hear a faint little meow. Now, Gracie is not a loud cat. She is one of the most polite cats I have ever met. The meow is cute. It's not demanding, and it requests. It's a request. She goes, "Yeah, almost got a question mark on the end, like, hey, listen to me, help me, I need some. Anyway, so, if she was one of these screaming cats, maybe we'd have figured out where she was, but it was so soft, and it seemed distant, and she wouldn't come, and so I'm frightened. I'm thinking, wow, animal gets itself all tore up. Sometimes they crawl under a bush and just die, and you never find them. And so I'm thinking, oh, that'd be terrible. And so I'm on my hands and knees with a flashlight under the shrubs and stuff, and, well, all of a sudden then I kind of point the light up in the air and realize, oh my goodness, there's the cat. She was up on the south point of the roof over here, over the Song of Yggdrasil, meowing away, trapped on the roof. Well, now, we're back to, I don't understand this cat, because it was just that evening. We just had a barbecue with the neighbors, and we're talking about the time before Gracie was actually, our cat. She was a wild cat around here, and the time that I think she got on the roof and was running around at night, and it scared me. I thought I had rats. I wasn't sure what was up there. I went looking, I didn't see anything, and I finally figured it out once she moved in here, and I watched the way she climbs. I said, oh, that's what it was. She was chasing a lizard up the roof. Well, she was sitting there next to us when I said this. Then when I lose the cat that night, where's the cat? It's on the roof. This is the first time she's done that since, well, it was sort of like the time that she brought me this little finch. And I said, Gracie, I don't want these little birds. Don't do this. Why don't you bring me a chicken? And the next morning I woke up to, what in the heck? I grab my pellet gun, I run out there towards the kukui nut, and here's my cat. She's 12 foot up with the kukui nut, preparing to pounce on a chicken that's underneath the kukui. Oh, and I said, oh my God. I told her, get me a chicken. She's trying, and then that was the thing with the litter box. She was an outdoor cat, but when we had her operated on, she had to stay inside for 10 days. So we had to get her to a litter box, so she got used to the box. But then she kept using it after we let her back out again. And one morning, I just got kind of tired of cleaning the litter box, and I muttered to Ellen, because, I kind of wished that she would clean it once in a while. And I said, I get tired of cleaning litter boxes. Cat was there. Gracie has never used the litter box indoors since that day. I mean, I don't understand how, but I swear this cat understands almost everything I say. So, on with the rest of the story. So my cat's up on the roof. Well, I call Ellen. Hey, Ellen, don't worry, I found her. She's just on the roof. They climb stuff all the time. I don't worry about that with her. She's a climber. Well, so I can see she's having trouble. So I go get the ladder, I put the ladder up against the house. And so I'm going to go up there, play fireman, and I'm going to bring down my cat, Well, I go up the ladder and I call her. She won't come. Ooh, what's going on here? Well, I keep trying. I call again. Finally, I kind of got back down and straightened my ladder to make sure it was perfect and I wasn't going to get hurt. And when I got back up, well, she had decided to come, and what happened to her is when she went up on the roof was dry. We use metal roofs here on the eastern Hawaii, and boy, oh boy, if they get wet, they are slicker than grease pig poo. And she went up when it was dry. She stayed up there long enough that the dew set, and when the dew set, the roof got so slick. I tested it and I went, oh my goodness, there's no way. The cat couldn't hold on. She's sliding all over like she's on a ski slope. Can't grab nothing. She hit the gutter over here, almost flew off the roof. And I figured that's what the noise was we'd heard. It was her claws trying to dig into a metal roof. And anyway, she got to the gutter and it was panicked and too far away for me to reach. And just really losing it because, she's a cat. Gripping, I mean, come on, cat can't grip. That's got to be pretty traumatic. Yeah, it was for her. She was in panic mode. And so she went back up to the peak, and she stayed up there, and she wouldn't come down. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, it's like 64 degrees out. It's not cold. It wasn't raining. Okay, so she ain't going to go wet. She's a wild cat, can take care of herself. She got up there, and I can't go up because I'll slide right off. I ruptured a retina on the left side when I got caught in a rainstorm on one of these metal roofs here and couldn't hang on. The strain of trying to grip the roof in the storm literally tore my retina apart. And so I wasn't going up. I told Ellen, she's going to be all right. When it dries off in the morning, if she's still up there, I'll go up and get her. And well, I went back to editing. About 10 minutes later, as you come around the side of the house, I'd put the ladder up over here on a long, flat angle, hoping maybe she'd use that to come down. I don't know whether she came down using the Dracaena or came down using the ladder, but she came around that side of the house. Yeah. Here she is. She's always right here with us. I mean, if she hadn't off hunting or something, 'cause she's got business, she hangs right around with us. We're her family. When I'm doing videos, she's almost always right here with me when I'm doing videos below my feet. Yeah, very common, or walking around behind someplace. Ellen goes out in the field to work on pineapples. Gracie follows her. I go in the garden, I'm weeding. Gracie comes and weeds with me. I've really never seen a cat like this. She follows us everywhere like a dog. She comes when she's called. And she has a spirit of being almost eternally grateful. I mean, she is just such the most grateful animal. When she, when I talk to her, I give her things, feed her. A lot of cats are kind of arrogant, They almost like, I don't care, Not Gracie. Man, she just let you know. She really will. She's got this clock, internal clock. I have the same clock, both of us. We meter time without watches. We always know what time it is. I don't understand it exactly. I don't know what causes it, but she's got it too. And 5:13 every morning, she wakes up, my hair hit the floor from her bed at the end of our bed. She'll walk over and she'll check me. And lately, because it's getting towards winter and I want to sleep until 6 at least, I ignore her. I act like I'm asleep. Well, she'll check me and I'm not moving. So then she'd get up there and she'll sit on my pillow and wrap her body around my bald spot and start purring. And she won't meow. She won't pester me. She won't poke until I finally get up and acknowledge her. And then she gets down. Then we go out and she gets her food. I get my coffee. She goes outside to take a leak, and all that. Right, Gracie? Huh? Yeah, she does. There she goes. Good kitty. Yeah, you're a good cat. But, yeah, it's... I've had cats around before, I tell you, boy. I've never seen one that had the manners this cat has. It's hard to be mad at her. You know how it is with cats. They get on the fence, they yowl all night long, They want to get out of the house, and they're going to let you know it, and on and on and on. Not her. No, she's just something else. She's part of the family here. She moved right in, and we accepted her. She accepted us, and I don't have to do a lot of management with her at all. That's amazing. They call it a cat with manners. Well, there's the story of Gracie on the roof, continuing Bill's pet stories. I think I will move on from pets. In the next video, we'll talk about something else. Maybe the weather, maybe the garden, maybe my sore feet. Hang loose, folks.